Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to create a simple database. And for that, we're going to review a little bit what we talked in class today. We said that these are called columns, so we have columns A, B, C, D, etc. And then we have rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. This is called a cell. So right now I'm in cell A1. If I move my mouse and I click, now I'm on G6. And you can also here look at the name box that it gives you the name of the cell you are located. So if I want to go back to cell A1, for example, I can type here A1 and press enter, and it will take me back to the first part of my document. This is very important because sometimes we will work with a lot of data. And if we have a lot of data and we're not able to go back to the beginning, we can just go back to the name box and type A1. We also talk about how we can change or format our text. Similar to Word, we use the same tools here under the Home tab. Today we're going to use the Home tab and the page layout. We're also going to use the Insert menu in a little bit. So to begin, I'm going to just type my database. So I am going to start typing my database. And let's say that I just realized that I need to add some columns and some rows before my names. So in this case, I'm going to add 2 rows before Claudia and Christy. So I will select number 1 and 2, rows 1 and 2. Then I will right click and I will click Insert. Now that I have spaces, I will add labels to my columns. When I finish, I am going to change the widthness of my column. So I can see right now that last name doesn't fit very well. So if I go in between columns B and C with this symbol, I can double click on it and my column will become wider. I can also hold it and drag if I want to. But if I want to be precise, it is better if I double click with this symbol. Eventually, I will have to do the same for address and probably email. Now I'm going to type the phone numbers. And remember I said I just want you to type the area code and then 7 numbers. For Social Security, we said that we needed 9 numbers. So you will type 1 through 9. And you will do the same for the rest. For the date of birth, I said that you only need the month, the day, and the year the person was born. You can also type, for example, for 2000, just 00. Or if it's like 1910, I would say write 1910. So we can say 22, 1910. Eventually, you will type the address. And you will type the city and zip code. Finally, when you type the email address, just because you type add and you press enter, this will convert to a hyperlink. When you have these email addresses, your computer will understand that if you hover through them, you want to email that person. If you don't want that to happen, you have the option to right-click on this column and remove the hyperlinks. But think about it. Will you want to email these people straight from your worksheet? If you do, don't remove the link. But in this case, I don't see myself emailing them through here, so I will remove the hyperlink. Another thing that I want to do is to number this participant. I will right-click over my column A and I will click Insert. Now I have space here to add numbers. So I will add 1, 2, and if I select 1 and 2, I can autofill with the black plus symbol. The last thing I want to do is to select my text and I'm going to add borders So I'm going to click the borders and I will say all borders. So all of these has borders, as you can see. City and address need to be a little bit wider, so I will double click here, double click again, and now everything looks good. One more thing, I'm going to select my labels and I'm going to add it some color. My favorite is blue, so I will go with blue. And if I want, I can select a thick border. If I want to see how my document is looking, I can simply click File, Print, and it will show me how my page is looking. Let's say I just realized that maybe I need to change the page layout to landscape. So I will go to the page layout option and I will click landscape. So when I go and look at File, Print, now my paper is horizontal. To go back, I just go back here and I can keep editing my cells. The last thing I want to show you on this video is how to edit the phone numbers, social security, and date of birth. So let's say I need to add parentheses here. I will select my whole column and I need to go to the Home tab. Under the Home tab, I will open this general menu and I will go all the way to the bottom to More Number Formats. When I click there, I will look for the word special and I will say this is a phone number. So it will add parentheses and dashes as needed. One more thing, for the Social Security, I will do the same. I will select the entire column, so I will place myself right in the middle. I will open the menu and I will go all the way to the bottom to More Number Formats, Special, and in this case, I will click Social Security Number. Click OK, and now it put the dashes for me. And finally, the date of birth I will select. And I have two options. I can open the general menu and it's right here, long date. So it did it easily for me. But if you have an older version of Excel, you may have to go to More Format Numbers, click on Date, and click the date you need. In this case, I need the long date, so I will click OK. As you can see, I have 2 pages. So there are many things I can do. I can change my page layout and I can change the margins to narrow and see if that fixes my problems. Since that line went away, I want to go see File, Print to see how it's looking, and I can see everything is in one page. I will go back and save my document, but before I save it, I want to rename this sheet and I will create a new one for the next project. This one will be called the database. To do that, you can double click here and type, or you can right click on it and click rename. If I want to add another worksheet, which I will do right now, is to click here. I will right click on it. I will rename it to Rain San Diego. And I will start typing my next exercise.